Hey everyone, it's Jesse with Nintendo Revised, and I'm coming back with another video, and this time we are doing a test for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. Now, as with every single one of my previous tests, I just wanted to make sure that everyone is aware that we are doing this test specifically from the Cartridge build. We are not downloading any of the patches. So on this particular cartridge, it is with version 1.0.0. The revision number on the back of the cartridge is 000. Now there is a patch available to version 4.0.1, but again, this test was done without any patches. Now for this test, we beat the main campaign. Now this particular test was done in 2-player co-op from start to finish. I basically played this game with my son start to finish. There were actually no major issues that were noticed throughout the entirety of our playthrough. There were a couple things though that are fairly minor, so we'll go over those instead. Some of the minor things were some minor dips in frame rates that were noticed, especially towards the end of the game, as well as some small slowdowns every now and again. Other than that, there are no major issues with frame rates. Honestly, the biggest issue that we had was with the camera. The camera is actually kind of stuttery at times, especially with 2 players on the screen. If the 2 players were heading in 2 separate directions or 2 different areas, then it would really start to stutter at that point. Sometimes the camera could get locked in a specific position as well, which would make things hard to see. Keep in mind there's always 4 hero characters on screen as well. Sometimes the additional AI characters would get stuck on an element on the screen such as stairs or walls. This would correct itself, of course, just a minor annoyance, no major issue there. To add to the AI characters getting stuck, if one of us main characters, either myself or my son, were to die during the game, we would come back as one of the AI characters. So if they were stuck somewhere else within the map, then we would be redirected to that portion of where that AI character would be. Again, minor annoyance there, especially if you're a little bit further away from the AI character. This did not happen often, just something that did happen frequently enough to notice for sure. DLC, Season Pass, and any other additional free content that was added after version 1.0.0 is not included on the cartridge. Any additional characters, any additional season passes, DLCs, extra content, anything of the sort is just not here, unfortunately. The languages on the cartridge are English, Japanese, French, Italian, German, traditional Chinese, simplified Chinese, Spanish, and Korean. Difficulty options include friendly and mighty. There is also an unlockable difficulty option, which is ultimate. This is basically the hardest mode in the game. There are no accessibility options. There is no DRM, and we did play this in co-op mode on my Nintendo Switch OLED. Honestly, outside of the DLC and the season passes and any additional content that has been released after version 1.0.0, this is actually a really good build of the cartridge, especially for the main campaign. I highly recommend it, especially if you can find it at a fairly decent price. But again, any of the additional content just won't be here, unfortunately. Of course, if you would like to access any additional content, that will need to be downloaded online. Well, if you have any further questions regarding this particular test that I did for Marvel Ultimate Alliance, The Black Order, please let me know below in the comments section. And as always, this is Jesse with Nintendo Revised, out.